Good morning, everyone. Formal and informal letter both are extremely important for class 8, 9, 10, as well as for class 5, 6, 7. Throughout this period of time, we learn how to write this formal letter. Actually, it is a kind of drafting a letter instead of writing a letter. And most important thing in this letter is the format. Second thing is that points, which points are to be included in these letters in order to make the letters highly realistic and related to the present scenario. So first thing what we need to do, we have to read the question several times to understand what is being asked, and we need to make the letter as real, as simple as possible. Often we exaggerate while writing the letter. We should not do this. Keep it as simple as possible, down to earth, and follow the format carefully. And that will surely bring success in this very topic. So here in this video we are going to discuss the methods of writing or drafting an informal and formal letter. And today's video, it is solely formal letter. Here we go. So what is a formal letter? It is usually written to people you don't know. Example, a complaint, applying for a job, or reply to another formal letter that you have already received. So in these particular scenarios, we write formal letters. Style. It should not be personal. Need to give information in the shortest, clearest way possible. Use language that is business-like but clear. That means there should not be any point where you are so closely mentioning your issues. Everything to be mentioned in a formal way. In a formal way to be mentioned. Structure. It should be having beginning, middle, and the end. Exactly, I'm talking about the body. The body should have the beginning, then there will be a middle, then there will be a end. That means 3 paragraph letters. I'll provide you a PDF of the format so that you can understand what it will look like, what will be the ultimatum of the letter. That is, how will it be crafted or drafted. In formal letters, beginning should be introduction, middle should have the main body, while the ending should have the conclusion. Writing and organizing a formal letter. Your brainstorm, that means you have to arrange the possible things that you are going to introduce, or as it is asked in the question. Plan layout, decide on greeting and ending, organize your ideas, plan the introduction, main body, and conclusion, proofread, edit, and redraft. That means you will read it again, that is called recheck, so that there should not be any issues, there should not be any errors. If there is error, just edit that, and finally you redraft. That means that is the final writing. A specimen. So you can see this one, it may look small, but you can pause here and you can check here one. This is a specimen layout that I have provided here. So you can see there my address, then there is going to be date, then there are going to be recipient's address, then greeting, then introduction, then main body, then conclusion. Ultimately yours faithfully, and before yours faithfully you can add thanking you. That is not compulsory, but it looks good. Brainstorming. Brainstorming is the way of getting your ideas down on paper. It does not matter what you write at this stage, just your ideas down about the topic, and this is to be done in the rough page. Last page of your copy you can use as rough, and if you want to show your rough draft also, you can write on the side of your copy on a particular specific portion of your copy. So you can make rough of this one. Formal letter brainstorms might include reason you are writing. What is the reason? Reason is already provided in your question. It will be written you are suffering from this problem, your area. goes through certain problems, so these things will be provided. Info you want to give, info you want to get, a complaint, a request, what you want to happen next. That means that your suggestion, last one. Greeting and ending. Formal letters usually information based and factual. Letters to people you don't know. There are only two way of greetings or beginning. When you write a formal letter. So what are they? Let's see. It should be either dear sir or dear madam. Or you can write dear sir or madam or dear sir oblique madam. Dear, you need the name directly. Use this if you have been given a person's name who will deal with your letter, or if you have received a formal letter with the name of the sender on it. If it is written in the question, write a letter to Mr. Dasgupta. Write a letter to Mr. Dasgupta, manager of ABC company. Now already you are acquainted with the name. So in that case, instead of writing dear sir, madam, directly write dear Dasgupta. Ending. There are also only two ways of ending the formal letter. These are related to your greeting. According to your greeting, you have to confirm your ending. What are these endings? Here you go. Dear sir or madam. If you use dear sir or dear madam or dear sir oblique madam, then you have to use yours faithfully. Be careful of the spelling yours. And another one, you have to use dear. Then you have to use the name. If you have used dear Dasgupta, then you have to use yours sincerely. So if your salutation was dear, then the name, then it should be yours sincerely. And if you have used dear sir or madam, then you have to use yours faithfully. Be careful of the spelling. Now, organizing the ideas. Think about the order of your information. Decide what info to put in the introduction, main body, and conclusion. Think again why you are writing the letter. Make sure you have all info you need written down in the brainstorm. Brainstorm in the rough part. Cross out info you don't need from your brainstorm. Certain things are not needed. Sometimes we exaggerate in our letter. Kindly strike those out. Keep it in mind, a formal letter should not be a small one. What most of the time we do, hardly 5-6 lines we write. Don't do this. First one, introduction, it should have the 3 to 4 lines. With due respect, I would like to inform you about the present situation in our area. This way you should begin. We are suffering, or the roads in our area are almost broken. In this way you should start. The main body should include all the necessary points, and conclusion should not have any more points. It should have either suggestion, or directly you can say, I would be extremely happy or extremely satisfied if you kindly go through the matter or take immediate steps. Introduction. Important part of letter, only one paragraph long or 3 to 5 sentences need to set the tone of the letter. Let the reader know what you are writing about. Think about why you are writing. Since these are already provided in your question, what you are writing about, so you have to be extremely careful about the question. That is why I tell you every time that you read the question twice or thrice. Your letter could start by giving brief details of the complaint, referring to the letter you have been sent, giving details of a job advert you have seen. Just like there is scarcity of water in our area. So I would start like this: with due respect, I would like to draw your kind attention regarding the scarcity of water in our area. Full stop. During summer or in dry season, we suffer shortage of water. Full stop. My introduction part is over. Immediately I'll come to body and I'll do what? I'll put all the points, necessary points, one by one. Main body. Brainstorm, that means the rough idea, give me the points for the main body. Introduction leads to this idea. Conclusion freezes all. A way of planning your main body would be plan what you are going to write in each paragraph. Main body in a formal letter usually quite short and to the point. Keep the term in mind, to the point. It should not be long sentences, hardly a sentence of 5 to 6 words, short sentences that include all the necessary problems and solution. Into later point. So it should be introduction, one paragraph, telling them why you are writing. Write up complaint, place, date, product. Main body, paragraph 2 and paragraph 3. Fault in more details. What happened when it was returned. Paragraph 4. What you want to happen next. That means your suggestion. This is asked in almost every question of letters. Your suggestion. The last part, the conclusion, the end of the letter. Only one paragraph long, 3 to 5 sentences, to let the reader know you have definitely finished your letter. Think about what you want to say at the end. Now, this point you should go through so that you should not have any problem regarding this topic. Here I am presenting this one once again so you can see this format, but I think it is too short. This layout is too short to have a valid idea. So I'll send one PDF of the formal letter in yours in via Teno so that you can have that full access to that entire page. So here we conclude this chapter. Thank you everyone.